Like to talk about the switch expression and how you can use it succinctly in C sharp. So let's take a quick look at some of the setup I've done. Basically, I have a class called circle, and it is pretty much what you would expect. And it has the radius, and then we have a constructor which allows you to set the radius. So that's pretty straightforward. And then I just do console.writeLine. I call a method called print, which is where we will write the switch expression, and then it just gives this class variable there to print it. And we want to be able to print a little circle when the radius is less than or equal to 10. So that's what we want to write in the switch expression. So let me show you how you can fill this. And the power of this is that object is sent as a shape here, and the shape we can also switch on the type of the shape. So since the shape we are dealing with right now is circle, we can write an expression like this circle. And what we want to do is we want to extract this value on the radius, so we can say it is a little circle. So the way to do it is you refer the property, which is r in this case, and you can put it in a variable r, and then you can just check on this value. So here what we can do is when r is less than or equal to 10, we basically want to return a string, because this method is going to return a string, and it's just going to return little circle. And within a switch expression, the various statements have to be just separated by a comma, so something to remember. So we took care of the little circle, and then we have a similar thing where we want to have a large circle, and then this is a large circle because the radius is 20. So we can write a similar expression for large circle. So let me just copy this here, and the condition is pretty much pretty straightforward. When this radius is greater than 10, we want to be able to see it is a large circle, so that takes care of it. Then the other thing I wanted to do after that is an eclipse, and you can see this eclipse class basically has a major axis and minor axis, and that's how you define an eclipse. And so we got that, and here I'm saying eclipse as a circle, and the reason it can be done this way is because a major axis and minor axis is basically the same, and it just becomes a radius, and then it's really a circle. So we can put in a similar constraint to figure out whether it's an eclipse as a circle. And the way to do it is since the type is eclipse, so I got that. It doesn't have just r in there, it has a major axis and minor axis. So we have to do that major axis, and let's say we are going to store it as a L variable, and then the minor axis we will store it as a W variable. It doesn't really matter. And when L is equal to W, which is basically means that major axis is equal to minor axis, then it's really a circle. So we can just change this to just be a circle. So if we are given an eclipse and the major axis and minor axis are same, then it's really a circle. And then we can also write a case where if the type of the object is eclipse, and we don't really need to look at and when conditions, so we can get rid of all of this, and then we can just say it is an eclipse. And just to round it off, we can have a default case where if it doesn't matter matches with anything, then we will just have unknown. And that pretty much completes our method. And the reason I'm doing this here is like if variable x is something else, some other type, we just have a default case for unknown. So we are pretty much done with this. Let's just see and run it and debug it and see what it prints out. I did have a breakpoint, so I'm going to let it kind of go through. And here you can see it is printing little circle for the first case, large circle for the next case because 20. Then it prints a circle, eclipse, and unknown. And one thing to match is what you generally want to do is the specific case should come before the more general case. So in this case, you saw circle, it doesn't matter, but we had to put in a case like this also. We could, so that's just one thing to, but it's a very succinct way of using the switch expressions to do this kind of stuff. So thank you very much and you have a great day.